Good afternoon, everybody, and thanks, Great Power, for the invite. 3 minutes, and you posed us 6 questions. I'll try and get through them in that time. Why am I standing for council? Well, like Machen Senior, I believe I've done my apprenticeship. I've learnt the rules and regulations, learned a few hard lessons in council meetings, and I want to continue, now that I have that knowledge, to put some things into place. Why am I a suitable person? Well, I'm an open person, I'm an honest person, I'm a good listener, and sometimes in this job I've found that you have to listen to some people who have got some way out ideas. But with every madman there may be a good idea, so you do have to listen. I have common sense as well, and I like to see all sides of an argument before I make a decision. What do I want South Waikato District Council to achieve in the next 10 years? Well, the first thing I want to preserve is our independence. Central government seems to want to muck around and get their finger in the pie of local governments. Amalgamation was the word used. Now they're talking about things called council-controlled organisations. And our mayor has done a good job of going to Wellington and fending off these things with other mayors and members of the local bodies group. What is important to see in council? Well, first of all, what do I want South Waikato to achieve in 10 years is not only independence, but it's also an improvement in image. It's not just the image coming into Tokoroa or out of Tokoroa on the roadsides, but it's the image of the town in general. We all know the story about the Arimuri Bridge. The bridge opened and headlines in the paper said, "New bridge opens north of Taupo." 10 days later it said, "Man killed at bridge south of Tokoroa." This is not good. We're not a frontier town. We never were, really. So we also need to keep rates within reason. So that's what I'd like us to see us achieve, some of the things in broad brush. What is important for council? Planning and operations? Well, good planning, of course. Good planning is absolutely critical, and with the new Healthy Rivers Act and things coming into being, we're going to have to plan for that. Our wastewater systems and everything need to be improved. So that is one thing we need to do. We need to keep a close eye on our assets manager. That's where all of the money is spent, on roading, parks and reserves and things like that. And at times I've felt a little let down by some of the things that have happened with our parks and reserves in particular. Our cemetery, I've fielded a number of complaints there and have to take them forward. What do I know about community housing? Well, like Thomas Lee, I'm very much in favour of the pensioner housing. We have an ageing population, and we need to keep working on that. It's cost neutral to ratepayers. We only charge enough money to the inhabitants to recover the money back spent on those things. Social housing is a little bit different. We have discussed it in the past. Thank you. But I think that's a central government thing. I will promise to listen, have an open door policy and an open ear policy to everybody, and do my best for this town, as I always have done, a town I've lived in most of my life and which I will undoubtedly die in. Thank you all.
Thank you, Will.